Hello everyone. Today I'm going to discuss emotional intelligence model, lecture number 2, empathy. In my lecture number 1, I have discussed interpersonal relationship, and my lecture number 3 will be social responsibility. Before my lecture, I used to read a Quranic verse, Rabbi Shrali Sadri wa Yasli Amri Wahlal Ugdatum Lisani Yakfu Qawli Rabbi Zidni Ilma. I'll try my level best to keep my lecture short and specific and focused on empathy only. Okay, I'm here emotional intelligence, so later stage work on personality assessment, organization behavior. Okay, model of emotional intelligence, interpersonal lesson number 2. Okay, earlier we discussed self-perceptions, self-expression. I would recommend, please, you can visit and see self-perceptions, self-expression. Now I'm working on interpersonal relationship. Okay, model of emotional intelligence, interpersonal, comprises of three elements: interpersonal relationship, as I have discussed earlier. Now I'm going to discuss empathy, and in our next lecture number 3, we will discuss social responsibility. Okay, empathy, understanding, appreciating how others feel. Okay, empathy, understanding, appreciating how others feel. Empathy, the ability to recognize, understand, and appreciate the way others feel. It is crucial emotional intelligence skill at the heart of all effective work relationship. Your results that your empathy is well developed, you are likely empathetic towards others, respecting their ideas even when they differ from your own. Your emotional read on people is usually accurate, ensuring peers safe sharing important issue with you anticipate the following results. You are constantly tuned in to how the others are feeling. You are about others and take their feelings into consideration before acting. It is easy for you to imagine how others feel and predict emotional reaction. Okay, in my this slide, empathy impact at work, emotional implications. Generally, you feel for others more than the average person does, almost always showing sensitivity and respect for others. High empathy can also be double-edged sword. Being empathic, your co-workers trust you with their issues and feel comfortable coming to you for advice. You being very concerned with the other's feeling run the risk of taking on their problems, becoming the victims of your empathy. Okay, empathy impact at work, social and behavior implication. The intensity with which you care for others is evident in the way you approach your job, whether it be when making decisions, resolving conflict, or leading change. You act in others' best interests because you are constantly on the lookout for emotional reaction. You have a pretty good read of your team's emotional landscape. You likely know ahead of time how people will react to what you have to say. Number 3, you may want to be vigilant of putting too much emphasis on others' feelings, causing you to avoid making tough decisions or dealing proactively with performance issues with the degree of persistence, how the things happen. In my next slide here, strategies for action as far as the empathy is concerned. Watching a pro, find someone who you believe is an effective communicator and team leader. Observe their communication style in practice, taking note of how they balance their ability to remain empathic and social responsible with meeting organization demands. Examine your score on independence, interpersonal relationship, and assertiveness to see how you can leverage other skill to balance organizational and team progress with empathy. So how the things move forward in order to achieve your score and your goals accordingly. Now, my second slide of strategies for actions, mixing sugar with spice. This is an important to ensure that your empathy does not get in the way handling a tough conversation or decisions making. Being empathy does not mean being extra nice all the time. You still have deadlines to meet, and so does your organization. When a tough conversation or decision is needed, acknowledge that you may need a more preparation time in order to be empathic than to prepare. Number one, write down why you want to say and rehearse it. Number two, be respectful of people reaction but don't let them derail you. Number three, keep in mind that if you mirror the emotion, you will likely intensify the other person's reactions. For example, if the news you are bringing someone makes them angry, by becoming angry yourself, you are likely to make the situation more heated up. Okay, on my last slide, I'm going to conclude here balancing emotional intelligence as far as empathy is concerned. We have compared empathy with emotional self awareness, reality testing, and emotional expressing. The subscale that differs the most from empathy is emotional expressions. Improving the integrity between these subscale is likely to significantly impact your overall emotional intelligence. So your empathy is higher than emotional expressions. Align these components of emotional intelligence mean taking others people's feeling into account when expressing your own emotion. The goal is to express your feeling effectively while staying attuned to others so that your expressions are more than just reflecting of the feelings of others. Please send your feedback and comments t.masood.dr@bath.edu.